I mean, I won't lie to y'all. I'm scared to death. I mean, it's having your head cracked open and getting work done in there is not something anybody wants to do. Well, y'all, I wish the title of this video was clickbait, but it's not. I am legit gonna have to have brain surgery. So yeah, I've been dealing with some medical issues and wanted to fill y'all in. So with what's going on and kind of what the game plan is going forward. But first, I want to show y'all what it looks like outside. I'm out in the taxidermy shop, and we have got, I don't know, 5 inches of snow over the last couple of days. It's starting to melt. It got up to like maybe the upper 30s today, but there's still a lot left. The boys, and Shannon and I went and rode four-wheelers in it yesterday, and then we went and found some sledding spots yesterday. The boys made a giant snowman today, but it fell over already because it's melting. But that's what it looks like. It's been too cold to do any work. Shannon whitened those heads days ago, and they've been sitting in here just waiting for it to warm up enough where we can get outside and do anything. So I figured I'd fill y'all in on what's going on. This channel is documenting our lives, kind of behind the scenes with taxidermy, and just our day-to-day stuff that goes on around taxidermy. And this is definitely it has impacted it and is going to impact it going forward. So I've been dealing with a condition for the last probably 4 years called hemifacial spasms. And what that is I have my 7th cranial nerve, where it enters into my brainstem, into my brain, is being compressed by an artery. So the artery is basically sitting on top of that nerve. And what happens is when that blood vessel, pulsates, when it's pumping blood, it causes my nerve to misfire and my face twitches. And I'm sorry, y'all, I'm shivering. It's cold out here in the shop. So I've been getting treatment for it for basically pretty much the whole time I've had it. It's progressed over the years. More recently, the last year, it's really progressed. And what the treatments I'm getting for it is actually Botox. So I get injections in my face and Botox. If you go back and look at some of our videos, you could probably see like this side of my face is kind of frozen and doesn't move much, and that's why. So the Botox helps stop the facial spasms, but in some people's cases it completely stops it. In mine, it did early on, and here as of lately, the most recent treatments, it does not. It helps, but it doesn't go away. Also, there's some muscles in your ear, your inner ear, really small muscles that are affected by it as well. So I have a lot of times, I have a constant noise in my ear, like sounds like somebody's like tapping on the side of my ear, like all the time. And it hasn't affected work, my day job or taxidermy or like my life stuff, like relationships and stuff, but it's definitely affected my sleep and just my overall well-being, I think, over the last year or so. And so for that reason, I've decided to go the route of surgery. So basically what will happen is I've met with multiple neurosurgeons. I've settled on the best one in our area, in the DFW area, that does this surgery. He's the best, going off of reviews and off of his track record, off of some forums and stuff that I've read and the research I've done. Has the most success rate for this surgery. And he's out of Dallas, UT Southwestern, and he's gonna perform the surgery. So basically they will go in behind my left ear, directly behind it. They'll make a 4 to 6 inch incision. They'll have to remove part of my cranium, the little bone, that little bony part right behind your ear right there. They'll have to remove part of that so that they can access the nerve, and then they're gonna go in and there's 2 different methods, I won't get too far into it, but they either will put like a little sling that pulls the nerve out of the way, or they'll put a Teflon sponge between the nerve and the artery. Surgery will take about 3 hours average, some go longer. There's about an 85 to 90% success rate. So that means there's a 10 to 15% chance that it won't work. But the chances of success go way up if you use a surgeon who has done the procedure many times with success. So I hope that my chances are a little higher than the average, but that's about what it is. I'll be in ICU for 2 days and probably in the hospital in general for 3 days. The surgery is 9 weeks from today, roughly. They actually called. I've been waiting to make this video until I got a call from the surgeon's nurse to schedule the surgery. They actually called earlier this afternoon to schedule it and kind of did a real quick walkthrough of everything. And so I've got 8 or 9 weeks from now to just prepare mentally more than anything. I mean, I won't lie to y'all. I'm scared to death. I mean, it's having your head cracked open and getting work done in there is not something anybody wants to do. But it is, the way I look at it is I've hopefully got 25, 35 more years on this earth. The surgery will be a few days after my 45th birthday, and so hopefully, get 30 more years out of life. I'll be more than happy with that, and I just want to have a good quality of life. And dealing with this right now, it doesn't look bad. The Botox is still somewhat working, but it will wear off, and it gets so bad that it pulls my mouth open, closes my eye completely shut, and just goes crazy, wakes me up at night, all that kind of stuff. So, and dealing with that, especially with the Botox, each time it works, seems to work less and less. I'm fearful I'll get to a point where it will completely quit working, and I would be absolutely miserable. It's definitely a quality of life thing. It's not a life or death thing, but it's something that we've thought a lot about. A lot of conversations with Shannon and I, and the kids even involved, and just thinking through all of it, and just don't want to be miserable. And I think it will help with my mental state. I feel like I've done really well with it, but it definitely will help getting more sleep, better sleep. A lot of times at night I'll roll over, I'll start twitching. If I lay on that side of my face, a lot of times, like I said before, the ear noise will wake me up and bother me. So that's what's going on. I think Shanna's scared too. I know she's scared. I know the kids are, scared. We've been kind of making, joking around about it and stuff, trying to keep it light, but it's definitely a serious thing. And I guess the timing is pretty good. I wish that I could have got the surgery last year, but just making decisions and how things played out, it didn't happen that way. Last year we had actually met our medical insurance deductible. And so going into this new year, we haven't done anything medically really. So we're gonna have to come out of pocket a lot. I mean, it's gonna be a lot of money. But it is what it is, and we'll have to make it work. So, and in reality, I think it should work out where hopefully by the time I get somewhat recovered or recovered enough, I can come back out and do taxidermy work. It should be about the time where we are really getting into shoulder mounts and getting those cranking, and I'll be able to hopefully still help with that. They're saying 6 to 8 weeks recovery time before I can go back to like my day job. 4 to 6 weeks until I can go back to my day job. So, but the doctor seemed optimistic that was worst case scenario. So hoping it'll be sooner, but definitely not going to rush it. Not gonna take any chances. I'm gonna go slow, and it's not my personality to sit around, and so it's going to be hard. I know that, but I do want to try to give myself the best opportunity to recover as I can, so I come out of it refreshed and good, not having to worry about because some people do have experienced fatigue for months and even years after, from what I read, and I don't want to make that worse by getting back into things too soon. So I'm going to try my best to just be able to sit around and relax and recover and all that kind of stuff. So I think they said 10 to 15 days after I would get the stitches removed. So, and the doctor seemed to think that's the time people start to kind of start slowly getting back to normal. And then a lot of it depends on hospital time and recovery time, I think has to do with pain management. I have a crazy high tolerance to pain, and I have a crazy high tolerance to pain medicine, and I pass that on to all my kids. If y'all watch the channel for a while, y'all know Reed's broke a lot of bones and walked around with them broke, and we didn't even know it. But so I'm hopeful that the pain won't be too much of an issue. But if it is, over the counter or prescription pain medicine doesn't do anything for me. I could take a whole bottle of it and it doesn't help me. I don't know why, but it just it doesn't do anything for me. So I would be better off to take Tylenol and leave Advil. Those work better for me than prescription strength high power stuff. So, but hoping the pain won't be an issue, which will allow me to get out of the hospital maybe sooner and get back to recovering sooner. And yeah, that's what's going on, y'all. I know I alluded to this on a couple other videos of kind of some stuff that was going on, and said just want to take y'all along. I'll probably, we're probably going to try to get all of our ducks in a row over the next 2 months. Try to we're caught up on work right now. Going to try to stay caught up on work. Try to keep everything coming and going and getting out of the shop back to the customers, so we can, when it's time for the surgery, don't have to have that, on our mind as well, having to worry about getting work done. So get y'all super close up of my face. It may look like I'm making it do that, but I'm not. That's the nerve. I said it earlier, but if I didn't have Botox, it would pull my mouth open and close my eye completely. But yeah, y'all comment below. Appreciate any, we'll touch on this a lot more, I'm sure, between now and then. But between now and then, I would appreciate any, kind thoughts, prayers, kind wishes, good vibes, whatever you want to send our way. We would appreciate it. And yeah, appreciate y'all's support. I'm glad that get to share this with y'all. I think just coming out here and talking this out on camera kind of helps me. And like I said, I may probably make a few more videos along the way where we're at with the process, and definitely after it all happens and everything, so the recovery and everything. But yeah, I know this is a different video for y'all. Stay tuned. We're gonna be out here this weekend once it warms up, back at the grind. All these heads we got to do here. We got a bunch more we got to do, and get back to our normal content. But appreciate y'all watching. Appreciate y'all support. Comment below. Thank y'all so much. We'll see y'all again.